All right, I'm very pleased to be joined with Jonathan Dick, a student at the University of Pennsylvania who's now back home in Ontario. And of course, he was told he could not go back to school because of COVID-19. He joins me today. Jonathan, thanks a lot for joining me.
It's no problem. Thank you.
Talk about the initial response in your mind when you got the letter from the school that you guys weren't allowed to come back due to COVID.
I was disappointed, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. Other schools in the Ivy Coalition had notified their students a couple days prior to the cancellation of courses. And so it wasn't a matter of if Penn would shut down, but when. And so I was disappointed when I got the email, but I was ready for that disappointment.
Were you concerned about anything else? Mostly you were telling me a little bit off camera that, some other things like some incentives you're a little bit worried about. Is there anything else that may fall into that category?
I mean, I'm a little bit worried about making rent and sort of ensuring that my house, which I'm not able to sort of be at right now in Philly, is, not being misused or whatever within the period that I'm stuck in Canada. So that's something to worry about. And obviously, I'm worried about my friends and professors who are still in Philadelphia and are stuck there also. And a lot of them are stuck there alone. So that's something to worry about too.
Talk about your friends and professors. Have you had a chance to chat with any of them and how they're doing and how things are going down there in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I've spoken to some of them also through Zoom and some of them through text. And a lot of them are self-quarantined right now, having just flown back into the States from spring break. Our spring break was extended by about a week. And so people are just getting back into Philadelphia now. So a lot of people are mainly just worried about sort of self-preservation, whether they are free from the COVID scare. But a lot of people are also using this opportunity to rally and unionize. I've had a lot of professors discuss the potential for some sort of action around ensuring that Penn's more precarious workers are continuously employed, even during the COVID strike or the COVID crisis. So those are the things that are sort of going through my friends and my professors' heads right now.
Now, of course, when we talk to some other travelers in the past, we always ask what's been the journey like back home. You didn't fly home, you took a train home. Was there any, did they ask you those same questions when you got off, or was it more kind of low key? Because at that point, it may not have been as serious as now the world is taking this pandemic.
It was definitely somewhat before everyone started taking COVID quite seriously. I came into Canada on the 7th of March, and that was about 3 days before people were really noticing the severity of it. But I took a 14-hour train ride from Philadelphia into Buffalo, and then I crossed the border. And the only question the border guard asked myself and my father was, "Have either of you been to Iran recently?" And when we said no, he let us go. So I think the journey was long and arduous, but I don't think the border guard in particular paid a lot of attention to my father and I as we transited over.
Now, obviously, we know that school's out for indefinite. It's done for the year. But if things continue the way they do you hope to possibly go back heading into the fall?
I expect to return at some point in the fall. I'm assuming that classes, especially for humanists, will begin in person on a smaller scale in the fall, but there's no way to really tell right now. Right now, everything of mine has been moved online, and that's sufficient for the time being, I think.
Well, Jonathan, I really appreciate you taking time to chat with me today and sharing us your experience of from a student's perspective on COVID-19. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.